I don't like doing videos like this. I'm not a negative person. I don't like drama. I love to bring entertaining and positive videos for you guys. But when it's news regarding games that I love, one of my favourite games here, Roots of Pacha, it's my job to share this news with you guys because I know there's a lot of people who watch my channel who really enjoy Roots of Pacha as well, and this would be the same for Stardew Valley and other gaming titles like that. So if you are not aware, Roots of Pacha has some very sad news at the moment. It's going through a tough time. The game is currently unavailable to purchase on Steam. The Steam store page is currently down, meaning anybody who has not yet got the game and is planning to buy it this week or this weekend, you will not be able to do as of right now. There is a reason behind this and I'll get into that a little bit later on, but don't fret if you've already purchased Roots of Pacha and you have got it on your Steam library, you can still play the game. Once it's in your library, then obviously you can play it whenever you like. This only affects new players, you know, the Steam store page is down, that is it. The game cannot be purchased. You can search for it, you will not find it. If it was once on your wish list, if you go and click onto it to, go and view the store page, it will no longer be there. But they are planning to get it back. So we'll go into the reason why behind this, and obviously it's not my place to say. There's something going on between the developers and the publishers. They've had some conflict or something, I don't really know what's gone on. We can only go with what they have shared. So players started noticing that Roots of Pacha was no longer on the Steam store page, so the developers came out with a statement, letting us know why this was. And this is what it says. I'll read it out for the people who have never seen this or don't have social media. But basically they went on to say, as you may have noticed, the Roots of Pacha Steam page is temporarily offline. We are sad to report that we have been engaged in a dispute with Crytivo, who are the publishers, over the rights to Roots of Pacha. We worked hard to resolve our issue with Crytivo. Instead of working with us to address the issue, Crytivo went to Valve, which is Steam, and authorized them to remove Roots of Pacha from Steam without our knowledge of consent. Whilst we work our issues with Crytivo, we'll continue developing Roots of Pacha with the same energy we've always put into it. We couldn't be any more thankful for overall reception of the game. We're currently working on a roadmap and are very excited to say it'll be ready for you next month. We're cautiously optimistic that Roots of Pacha will return to Steam very soon, the Soda Den team. When I first read this, I couldn't believe what I was reading because Crytivo, obviously the publishers, in my eyes were great people. They've never done anything like this before. They are actually working on a few games and they've already published quite a few games that I enjoy. They're quite popular, quite big. They've never had any drama or issues in the past, so this was unheard of. And I must admit guys, I was very hurt. I was very frustrated and mad at Crytivo to the point where I didn't want to support their games anymore. I couldn't believe that they would do something like this. Why would they put in a dispute for the rights of Roots of Pacha? Even though they don't own the game, literally 2 days after the release of the game, they go and try and claim full rights for it? Why would they take that away from the developers? I just didn't get it at all. And Roots of Pacha is my baby. It's one of my favourite games. I've followed it for years and I'm actually very close to the developers, Soda Den. They are brothers, Johnny and Timo. I have played Roots of Pacha with them. I talk to them quite a lot. They are lovely, amazing people, and I know how much Roots of Pacha means to them. This game is their baby. They've worked so hard for it, and all they've ever wanted is to make this game for all of the people to enjoy, and show their passion and love. They put blood, sweat and tears into it. So something like this, I could imagine being very, very hurtful and a big setback. And, whatever bad things happen to those two, the developers and the Roots of Pacha, it affects me, it hurts me too, because I don't want to see them go through that. But that being said, I'm also quite close to Crytivo. Like I said, I've literally played Roots of Pacha with the developers and the publishers together.
Countdown then.
Okay. Well, 3, 2, 1, go!
Yay! Watering.
And
Almost perfectly synchronized. Oh, that was really good.
Oh,
that was
what
pretty
are these
good,
here?
right?
Oh my god. So they're
Those
like
are-
connectors?
yeah, those are extenders. Like,
So you can extend the
Nice.
irrigation channels.
yeah.
We've done quite a few content together, some live streams. I've been speaking to them quite a lot, and they are great people too. I've never had a bad word to say about them at all, so I was very shocked. But literally, I think it was the same day or maybe the day after, Crytivo, the publishers, made their statement too, so let's read that for the people who haven't. And they went on to say, "Dear fans, we want to address the recent developments concerning the Roots of Pacha game and its removal from Steam. We understand this news may be frustrating for our fans, and we assure you our team's working diligently to resolve this situation as quickly as possible. The Crytivo team has worked hard on making Roots of Pacha a success. We're closely collaborated with the Soda Den team for 3 years, providing support and guidance guidance throughout the journey leading up to the game's launch on April 25th. You know, that is the job of a publisher. But then on to April 27th, just 2 days after the successful release, we received an unexpected message from the Soda Den team informing us that they were claiming to resign the contract that we had worked under for 3 years, treating it as a void. This disregarded all of our work and the agreed upon revenue sharing contract terms. Shortly after, they removed our access to the Steam page for our team. Now, per Valve policy, if there is a dispute between parties, they have to remove the page until the dispute is resolved. We sincerely appreciate your support and understanding during this challenging time. Rest assured, we are committed to resolving the situation and ensuring that Roots of Pacha returns to Steam. We will continue working closely with all parties involved, including Valve, to reach a satisfactory resolution. Of course, we have so much more to share about this incredible journey, and we stand proudly behind the services that we have provided. We're not seeking anything but the benefit of the contract that we've worked hard under for 3 years. This is an extremely challenging time for our team. Thank you for being a part of our family and for your unwavering support, the Crytivo crew. So when I read this, I was like, okay, hold on. There's more to this. We've got another statement. There's more than meets the eye to this situation. Which one is the truth? We'll never know, and this is the thing, you know. We don't know the truth, only these guys know. Now, if this is the truth, you know, from Crytivo's point of view, if the developers, you know, did reach out 2 days after release and just basically saying, we want to end our contract, we don't need you anymore, we want to do this ourselves, thank you for your hard work, but we are, you know, terminating the contract. That would be a very dishonest and an insulting way to treat the publishers, you know. That's not a very nice thing to do. And that would be very hurtful and very stressful, and it would make sense to why they would want to, you know, hold on, we want to fight for this. We've worked for this for 3 years. We've helped you. Why are you terminating the contract? You know, we want to share the revenue. We've worked hard. You know, the rules and terms of the contracts can't just get rid of 2 days after release, you know, and I'd understand if that was the case. Of course, they have a right to fight for it as well. This has nothing to do with me. It's none of my business. Like I said, we'll never know what is going down, what is the truth. We're only going off the statements here that, you know, the publishers and the developers have said. Now, when I read this statement from Crytivo, it just doesn't sound like the developers. Like I said, I am very close to them. I speak to them a lot. We've worked hard on a lot of things together. We've had some good chats, and they just don't seem like that kind of people. I can't imagine that they would, 2 days after release, just kind of like pie off Crytivo. I just don't think that sounds a very harsh thing that they would do. You know, not so soon. I'd understand after a year, you know. We did it with Stardew Valley. Eric Barone, Concerned Ape, the developer, he had, if you remember, the publisher was Chucklefish. For many years, Chucklefish was the publisher, and then eventually Concerned Ape got to a stage where it's like, you know what? I want to just set the sail, spread my wings, and do this solo. I'd no longer need the support of Chucklefish. I feel like I'm capable of doing it myself, you know, and so be it. If you want to do that and take on, you know, 2 roles, that is utterly fine, especially after a few years. But 2 days just seems a little bit too harsh. So we have 2 sides of the stories, you know. The developers are basically saying Crytivo are trying to take full credit for Roots of Pacha. They're trying to claim the rights to it, which sounds very greedy and, you know, also not a very nice thing to do. And then Crytivo are basically backing up saying, no, we're not doing that. We only want what is in our contract. We don't want the rights of Roots of Pacha. We just want the revenue share and anything else that's in the terms. And it is actually the developers who want to terminate the contract. I'm not too sure, guys. Hopefully they do get it resolved, though, because I love the developers and I really, truly respect the publishers as well. They are great people. To make a great game, you need to work together. You know, they've spent 3 years doing this together. Why ruin it now? And this is really harsh. This has taken a big negative impact on Roots of Pacha right now because there's no sales. People can't buy the game. It's only been launched for not even a week, right? Or something like that. This is such a big time for the game, and right now it's offline. This is crazy. This is going to hurt both parties, or all parties involved. They need to get this resolved ASAP, and hopefully they do. And I just, you know, send good energy to everybody. Please get it resolved. I hope you all come together like you have done for the last 3 years, and just make this beautiful, amazing game. Keep working on it for the people. That's what you owe. You owe that to the people. We don't want no drama, not with an amazing game like this. So there we go, guys. I just wanted to spread a little information because I have been getting a few messages of, you know, people asking, like, can I still play this game? Like, why can't I buy it? What's going on? I was literally planning to get this weekend. I can't believe it. Who do I trust? Who do I believe? Do I still support the developers? Do I still support the publishers? I feel like I don't want to play the games anymore. And look, yeah, there's a lot. I understand it can be frustrating, very stressful. And to be honest, for all of us lot, it's confusing because we have no ideas. We're just going off of 2 statements, and that's all we can do right. You know, I do love this game and I'll continue to support it and back it. We just get to play the game. You know, they're the ones doing all the hard work. But that is it, a little information. Of course, I am doing a playthrough right now. We've got a new episode coming out literally the same day as this, or maybe the day after, and lots of more episodes too. It's not going to change the schedule of my Roots of Pacha playthrough. I'm still going to enjoy the beautiful game, and hopefully you guys can as well. If you still want to purchase this game, just hold off. If you want to follow me on Twitter or the developers, just so you can be notified when it's back on Steam, make sure you do that, and I'll keep you all updated as well. Let's hopefully it's sooner rather than later. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all for watching. That's all I've got time for. Don't like doing negative videos, but I just felt like I had to clear a few things up and give my thoughts on it as well. Make sure you all take it easy, guys. Stay safe and stay cozy.